Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Alex. I'm digging back into the Bible here. You know, there's actually quite a few comments on those two videos that I've already done that, you know, just all stuff that I actually learned from those comments. That's why I'm saying a lot of comments, because they're actually meaningful comments. And today when I was working, I was just honestly pretty excited to get home and just get back onto getting into the Bible here and continuing the story. I am not going to disappoint any of you. I don't want to disappoint any of you by saying I'm just a staunch believer in Jesus Christ. I'm reading this book because I pretty much can't say I genuinely believe in everything. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of questions that were never answered for me as a child, as I grew, and obviously now I'm probably so far from it because of other ideas. It's hard to, you know, get into it, and that is something that I find religion, like, it's consistent. The sooner you brand it into someone's mind, it's just the more likely it's going to be a lifelong thing for them. Anyways, we're gonna get into the ark. We're still on Genesis. I'm chugging along here. This is Genesis chapter 6, and it's starting verse 13. King James version of the Bible, the ark. And before I get started here, you guys, if you could like the video, and subscribe, hit the bell notification, whatever you gotta do to get notified when I make one of these, I'd really appreciate it. I gained a couple followers. You know, my channel, I've been doing this for a while, on and off, and you know, it's good to see you put a video and get a couple subscribers, you know, because I'm usually just, I tune into it and people are just not like unsubscribing anytime I upload, so that's kind of different. But anyways, do those things, I would really appreciate it. And we'll get started here. So the ark. And God said unto Noah, the end of all flesh is come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them, and behold, I will destroy them with the earth. Make thee an ark of gopher wood. Room shalt thou make in the ark, and shalt pitch it without with pitch. That's confusing. Pitch it within and without with pitch. And this is the fashion which thou shalt make it of. The length of the ark shall be 300 cubits, and breadth of its 50 cubits, and the height of it 30 cubits. A window shalt thou make to the ark, and it a cubit shalt thou finish it above. And the door of the ark shalt thou set in the side thereof. With lower, second, and third stories shalt thou make it. And behold, I do bring a flood of waters upon the earth, to destroy all flesh, wherein is the breath of the life from under heaven, and everything that is, the earth shall die. But with thee will I establish my covenant, and thou shalt come into the ark, thou and thy sons and thy wife, and thy sons' wives and thee. I'm going to pause here for a second. That big flood, you know, the great flood, this is tied to so many things with archaeology and just the Younger Dryas, all these things that go back into just what happened to our earth. That great flood, you know, a lot of people in the Bible say, you know, this is just an exaggerated story of what happened with the earth, you know, the natural environmental pattern of the earth. But that's pretty interesting, just a big flood. Obviously, that's why Noah built an ark, but you know, and really think about it, all these things that I'm truly interested in, like archaeology, language, all these things from the past, I'm so interested in the source. The source, and that term, things get lost in translation. If you told one person a story and they had to tell 20 people that same story, let's say it's like a minute-long story, by the end of that day, that story is going to be so mixed up with so many different facts and people translating a different way from what they hear. And I think that should definitely be taken into consideration, because from my understanding, the Torah, the Bible, the Quran, I'm not sure if the Quran's is similar to Hebrew and, just the Bible, like we see here in the United States, is very similar. And then you look into Hinduism and all the stories that come out of, like India and stuff. There's a lot of crazy similarities, so this is a very interesting part to me. Let me see where I was. Okay. I bring a flood of waters upon the earth to destroy all flesh, wherein is the breath of life from under heaven, and everything that is in the earth shall die. But with thee will I establish my covenant, and thou shalt come into the ark, thou and thy sons and thy wife and thy sons' wives with thee. And of every living thing of all flesh, 2 of every sort shalt thou bring into the ark, to keep them alive with thee. They shall be male and female, of fowls after their kind, and of cattle after their kind, of every creeping thing on earth after his kind. 2 of every sort shall come unto thee. I think it's funny how you see the word creep so much in the Bible. I had no idea creepies and creeping was in the Bible like this so much. To keep them alive, and take thou unto thee of all food that is eaten, and thou shalt gather it to thee, and it shall be for good for thee and for them. Thus did Noah according to all that God commanded him, so did he. I remember being a kid and saying, what if one of the animals died? We had a lot of animals around our house all the time, so I was like, you bring 2, what if one dies? They're not going to be able to mate. I remember thinking this young, and I was like, that's so crazy. Like, how does that work? So, carrying on, Genesis chapter 7, and the Lord said unto Noah, come thou and all thy house into the ark, for thee have I seen righteous before me in this generation. Of every clean beast thou shalt take thee to thee by 7s, the male and his female, and of beasts that are not clean by 2, the male and his female, of fowls also of the air by 7s, the male and the female, to keep seed alive upon the face of all the earth. For yet 7 days, and I will cause it to rain upon the earth 40 days and 40 nights, and every living substance that I have made will I destroy from off the face of the earth. And Noah did according unto all the Lord commanded him. And Noah was 600 years old when the flood of waters was upon the earth. 600. And Noah went in, and his sons, and his wife, and his sons' wives, and him into the ark, because of the waters of the flood, of clean beasts, and of beasts that are not clean, and of fowls, and of everything that creepeth upon the earth. There went unto Noah into the ark, and male and the female, as God had commanded Noah. And it came to pass after 7 days that the waters in the flood were upon the earth. The great flood. This is 11, chapter 7, Genesis. In the 600th year of Noah's life, in the 2nd month, the 17th day of the month, the same day were all the fountains of the great deep broken up, and the windows of heavens were open, and the rain was upon the earth 40 days and 40 nights. In the self same day entered Noah, and Shem, and Ham, and Japheth, the sons of Noah, and Noah's wife, and the 3 wives of his sons with them into the ark. They and every beast after his kind, and all the cattle after their kind, and every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth after his kind, and every fowl after his kind, every bird of every sort. And they went in unto Noah into the ark, 2 and 2 of all flesh, wherein is the breath of life. And they that went in male and female of all flesh, as God had commanded him, and the Lord shut him in. And the flood was 40 days upon the earth, and the waters increased and bare up the ark, and it was lift up above the earth. And the waters prevailed and were increased greatly upon earth. And the ark went upon the face of the waters, and the waters prevailed exceedingly upon the earth, and all the high hills were under the whole heavens were covered. 15 cubits upwards did the waters prevail, and the mountains were covered, and all flesh died that move upon the earth. If someone could comment what's a cubit, I'd appreciate it so I remember. Both of fowl and of cattle and of beast and of every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth, and every man, all whose nostrils was breath of life, of all that was in the dry land died. So that's crazy. You know, everyone but Noah's family was wiped out. So Adam and Eve are gone completely. I mean, did he kill them already? I don't think I finished that. I mean, I finished reading it, but I don't remember the outcome, you know, of actual Adam. Anyways, everyone died. So he said he was going to do this great flood because there was so much violence on the earth. But like, not everyone could possibly have been violent. Or I'd like to know how many people were actually on earth at this specific time. You know, it's obviously not translated, so it's to make your own translation, I guess. I mean, how many people were actually living at this point? And God remembered Noah, every living thing, and all the cattle that was with him in the ark. And God made a wind to pass over the earth, and the waters assuaged. The fountains also of the deep and the windows of heaven were stopped, and the rain from heaven was restrained. And the waters returned from off the earth continually. And after the end of the 150 days, the waters were abated. And the ark rested in the 7th month, and of the 17th day of the month upon the mountains of Ararat. I believe that's in Armenia. And the waters decreased continually until the 10th month, and the 10th month of the first day of the month were the tops of the mountains seen. And it came to pass at the end of the 40 days that Noah opened the window of the ark which he had made. And he had sent forth a raven which went forth to and fro until the waters were dried up from off the earth. Also he sent forth a dove from him to see if the waters were abated from off the face of the ground. But the dove found no rest for the sole of her foot, and she returned unto him into the ark, for the waters were on the face of the whole earth. Then he put forth his hand and took her, and pulled her in unto him into the ark. And he stayed yet other 7 days. And yet he stayed yet other 7 days. And again he sent forth the dove out of the ark, and the dove came in to him in the evening. And lo, in her mouth was an olive leaf plucked off. So Noah knew the waters were abated from the earth, and he stayed yet other 7 days. Why are they saying other instead of another? And sent forth the dove, which returned not again unto him any more. And it came to pass in the 601st year, in the first month of the first day of the month, the waters were dried up from off the earth, and Noah removed the covering of the ark, and looked on, and behold, the face of the ground was dry. And the 2nd month, on the 7th and 20th day of the month, was the earth dried. And God spake, S-P-A-K-E, unto Noah, saying, Go forth of the ark, thou and thy wife, and thy sons wives with thee. Bring forth with thee, Bring forth with thee every living thing that is with thee of all flesh, both of fowl and cattle, and every creepy thing uncreepeth upon the earth, that they breed abundantly in the earth, and fruitful, and multiply upon the earth. And Noah went forth, and his sons and his wives, and his sons' wives with him, every beast, every creeping thing, and every fowl, and whatsoever creepeth upon the earth after their kinds went forth out of the ark. And Noah builded an altar unto the Lord, and took every clean beast and every clean fowl, and offered burnt offerings on the altar. And took of every clean beast and every clean fowl, and offered burnt offerings on what was burnt. And the Lord smelled a sweet savor, and the Lord said in his heart, I will not again curse the ground any more for man's sake, for the imagination of man's heart is evil from his youth. For the imagination of man's heart is evil from the youth. Neither will I again smite any more every thing living as I have done, while the earth remaineth seed time and harvest and cold and heat, the summer and winter and day and night shall not cease. And God blessed Noah and his sons, and said unto them, Be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth, and the fear of you and the dread of you shall be upon every beast of the earth, and upon every fowl of the air, upon all that moveth upon the earth, and upon all the fishes of the sea. Into your hand are they delivered. Every morning thing that liveth shall be meant for you. Even as the green herb have I given you all things. What green herb? And surely your blood of your lives will I require. At the hand of every beast will I require it. And at the hand of man and the hand of every man's brother will require the life of man. Whoso setteth man's blood, who should shed it, man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed. For the image of God made him he man. And you ye be fruitful, and multiply, bring forth abundantly in the earth, and multiply therein. We'll go through this rainbow. The rainbow, 17 minutes. No, we're gonna stop there because I want to try to keep them under 20, and I won't be able to recap. So that's just pretty brutal, honestly. That I didn't know that was as brutal. It killed everybody, and now it's just up to Noah and his family to procreate and bring everything back. So that's a big misconception I had. I thought Adam and Eve were the ones that created everybody, according to the Bible, but it's Noah and his family. According to what I read, please correct me if I'm wrong, but damn. All right, well, that's that. We're up to Genesis 9, the rainbow. So that's what we'll carry off. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I'm sorry if my reading too, some of these words throw you off. You don't see them like things you've never seen before. And God spake unto Noah, spoke. Makes me pause a second. So sorry if the reading's choppy. But again, please like, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.